Once the screws are carefully taken out, you can place them side by side right next to one another. It is always easier to put them back once they're in the right place, carefully placed. The next step is to understand the structure of the machine. We should first take the housing apart, if it can be carefully taken apart. In this case, the housing came apart quite easily. Look at other parts. Can anything else come out? If not, move to the next section. Take apart the top carefully. Place it on the side right next to the screws. Then look at your machine again. Can you take out any more parts of this machine? For all the other parts that can come out include motor, rotators, or several other smaller parts. Place them next to each other carefully and take them apart one at a time. It is crucial to remember the order of the parts, so when putting back, the assembly is made easier. Some parts of the machine are not put together with screws, but they're actually snap-ons, a part that can be snapped on or off. Use a flathead to snap the parts off. The part should come out easily. If it doesn't, you're probably trying to snap the wrong part off. Try to take the part out carefully. There could be several internally embedded screws in the part as well. If it does not come out easily, try to look for those screws. If it does, take out the part and place it carefully, remembering the order it goes back when reassembling the product. As we can clearly see the inside of the machine right now, we can also identify the coils that are embedded inside of the machine. This part goes right inside the machine. The internal flux created by the machine and the flux caused on this create opposing polarities. These opposing polarities allow for the motor to spin. We can choose to have frequency anywhere between 50 to 60 Hertz. That allows for a variability in speed. Now try and look at your machine again. There could be several other parts of the machine that could also be successfully dissected to understand the functions of this machine. You must understand at this point that not all drills are structured the same way. There are several design decisions that engineers make when designing these machines. Looking at the back of this machine, we can see there's several small parts that include or may include screws, wires, motors, batteries. You have to carefully take them apart. For the parts that cannot come apart, leave them in, because you might end up destroying the machine trying to forcefully take parts out that are not meant to be taken out.
Now take out the internal screws. Place them with the other screws so you do not lose them. Individually pull out the wires. It should be easy to disassemble because they are designed this way. Take out the handle. Now look at your product.
The next step in process is to reassemble the product. The way we took out the screws and other parts and lined them carefully will now play a crucial role on how easy it is for us to put the parts back together. You're currently looking at the back of the drilling machine. The handle was gently reinserted and put back into the machine. The next step is to put in the motor. The wire should be carefully reattached. This plays a crucial role in the way this product will function once it's reassembled. For reassembly of certain parts, you may need more than one pair of hands. Right now, we're inserting the motor back into the machine. Try and place it in carefully. See that it fits. Use your hands to move it in. You'll need to exert some force to snap the part back on. We had snapped it on using a flat panel of the screwdriver. Snapping on process is easier. Gentle force applied with your hand should do. The next step is to put the housing back on. Since all the wires are reassembled and the handle was put back in, This will secure them in their place and also make sure that the rest of the assembly is a lot easier since you'll be able to hold the product by its handle. Earlier on, we had carefully taken the parts apart and put them there. Make sure they go back in the same order. Start with the smaller washer. It goes right on top. Parts can go one on top of each other and make sure they fit together. This should slide in quite easily. Once you believe it's on, try to move it around. See if it's completely on. If it is, the next step is to put the screws on. Try and hand screw them in the beginning, it's easier. Then use a screwdriver to fully put them back in their place. There should be no snapping sounds anywhere. If there's such a sound, open the product again, disassemble it, and then reassemble it again. That means you have forgotten to put a part back in its place and it's loose inside the machine.